Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabrielle, and I'm a mindset and manifestation coach. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about fear. So, fear can quite often get the best of us at times. People fear failure, people fear success. We fear things that might not even happen in our lives or things that we just think are going to happen. So, all of us at some point in our lives have experienced fear of something. Now, fear can really hold you back, and it can hold you back forever if you don't let go of it. So today I'm going to share my top tips to combating your fear. Tip number one is to separate your reality from your perception. So think to yourself and ask yourself, what is actually going on in the situation? What's really going on? Locate the facts and place facts over your feelings. So you want to make sure you're not just overthinking it in your head. You want to actually make sure you're thinking about the reality of the situation, what is actually happening, not what your perception of the situation is, because they can be two different things. The second one is to identify the trigger. So you want to figure out what about the situation is triggering you and why it's triggering you. You want to identify the trigger because it's going to help you learn to combat it. So I find a really good way is to, once you figure out what the trigger is in that situation, journal on it. Journal, write about it, write why you think it's triggering you, why you think it's giving you certain feelings of fear, and how you can overcome that. Because once you write on paper something you want to solve, your brain is going to automatically start thinking of ways you can solve it. Now, number three, know where fear lives in your body. So a lot of the times fear takes over you physically. It can affect different people in different ways, but if you can identify the physical feelings of fear you get in your body, you can learn to take care of your body. So if you hold fear or stress in your back, if you hold it, get aches and pains in your legs, if you get sick in your stomach, there's so many different ways you can feel the fear in your body. You can learn how to combat that. So for example, if you get a backache when your fear or stress comes on, learn to do stretches that are going to help that. If you get pains in your legs, get a foam roller out and roll. If you get sick in your stomach, take some deep breaths, learn how to do some breathing techniques, have a cup of chamomile tea, do things that you know are going to help the physical symptoms that might come with your fear or stress. Number four is to practice gratitude. I say this all the time. I'll say it 100 more times. I probably say it in every episode. But if you can list out 1, 2, 3 things that you are thankful for every single day, it doesn't matter how big or small. It can be the biggest thing. It can be the tiniest thing. It can just be that you woke up in the morning and shed some positive light onto your life. It's going to help you to combat your feelings of stress or fear, because it's really hard to, live in fear when you're so grateful about your life and you're so grateful for everything that you have. So that is definitely something that I practice every day. It's something I tell everyone to practice every day. You just should do it. Practice gratitude. Number five, listen to your inner voice. So monitor your inner conversations that you have with yourself. We all have conversations with ourselves in our minds all day, every day. You're thinking something. So if you wouldn't say it to your friend or to your family, then don't say it to yourself. Speak positively to yourself. Remind yourself of your strengths. Remind yourself of things you're good at, instead of listening to your inner voice of negativity and saying bad things about yourself and saying, oh, I can't do this, or this is going to happen to me, and this is going to happen, and then I can't do this, and I'm not good enough. Don't say things like that to yourself. I would never say something like that to my best friend. So I would never say it about myself either. So listen to your inner voice and your inner dialogue, and listen to how you're speaking to yourself, because more often than not, we create our own stress and our own anxiety in ourselves and in our bodies because of the way we speak to ourselves. Number six is to create a new association. So this is where you want to remind yourself that the feeling is just in the moment and the feeling will pass. Focus on a positive outcome of the situation rather than the scary outcome of the situation. So if you are associating this feeling of fear with failure and you're never going to make it and you're not going to do this, and what if people will judge you, instead of having those thoughts and feelings about yourself and what you're scared of, flip it around and focus on the positive outcome. How amazing would it be when this is, a big success? My family and friends are going to support me so much because that's just what they do. And really think of the positive outcome or association to your feeling of fear. Don't think of the negative outcome. If you can swap it to a positive, you're going to feel so much better instantly. Number 7 is a bit cheesy, but start looking at the glass half full. Don't look at the glass half empty. Your perception on every situation is everything. Perception is everything, and it's very powerful. How you feel about a situation will dictate how you respond to that situation. So think positively. Give yourself as much of a chance to feel better and as much of a chance to be successful by thinking with the glass half full. So it's not going to happen overnight. It can take time. If you have a reoccurring negative thought, it's going to take time to change that thought into a positive or to think of the glass half full. But I promise you, it's worth it. If you can wake up in the morning and automatically feel like you are looking at life in a different perception or a different perspective, you are going to feel so much better about any situation you look at, because even a really crappy situation, you're going to start to see the positive side of it and how it can be of benefit to you, or how you can learn from it, or how you can grow from it. There's no such thing as a failure or something bad. It's about your perception of it. So I would never say like, I'm a failure, I failed at this. I would say, wow, I learned so much in that situation, Number 8 is to practice breathing exercises. Again, I know this sounds super basic, but you would be very surprised how many people don't actually practice breathing exercises. If you can stop and listen to your breath and concentrate and think about your breathing as you're doing it, most people, when they take breaths or when they're breathing just day to day, like regular breathing, they're not actually breathing all the way down. They're only doing these little like half breaths just to get enough oxygen in. But if you stop, a deep breath all the way down. Even I wasn't breathing properly just as I've been talking because I'm talking, but if you can actually stop, that's my dog. If you can actually stop, take a big deep breath, let it go all the way down to your stomach, let it come out. It's the best way to combat any fear or anxiety you're going to have. And it's also the best way to start your day. Get out of bed in the morning, sit up in your bed, face out a window or face wherever you want, but sit up straight, shoulders back, and take 5 deep breaths at, 10 seconds each. And you don't even understand how much clearer you will be throughout the day because you've just done a 1-minute breath activity in the morning. It makes you feel so much better. Okay, and lucky number 9, the last tip I have for combating your stress or fear or anxiety or whatever you have is to create a safe space for yourself. When you feel safe and you feel secure, there is absolutely no room for fear. Find somewhere that you can retreat to, somewhere that feels safe when these feelings, start coming up. So it could be your bedroom, it could be a special chair in your house, it could be the beach, it could be the forest, it could literally be anywhere. Anywhere you feel safe and secure and calm, this is going to give you a sense of comfort and it's going to soothe you and it's going to make you have more clarity. It's going to help you to breathe. It's going to help you to think of some different perspective because you're going to be out somewhere on your own. So, keep in mind that if you can't get out somewhere, find a place in your home. To be honest, if I can't get out somewhere, if my kids are home and, obviously can't leave, I will quite literally say to them, guys, I just need 5 minutes. I'm going to go into my office and I'm going to sit for 5 minutes. And they're usually pretty good. They'll listen to me and they'll go sit for 5 minutes somewhere and I'll come in my office. I literally will sit on my chair. I'll look at my vision board, which is just behind me, and I will breathe. And this, trust me, it helps you so much. If they're not home or they're at school or something and I can go out, I love going for a walk. It has become my new favorite thing to do. It really helps clear my mind, the fresh air, things like that. If I'm really feeling adventurous, I would love to go and sit at a beach and watch the water and listen to the ocean. It's not super convenient. It's not that close to me, but if I had time, I would love to do that. If I had a really big issue and something was really stressing me out or was really in fear of something, I would go and do that. So keep in mind, these are just, some of the tips that I do, the 9 strategies. Not everything is going to work for everyone, but it's a really good place to start. So if you start implementing some of these techniques and some of these things, and don't let fear hold you back. Reach your goals, go for your dreams. Life is too short to live in fear every day. You know, we want to be living like today's our last day. That's how you want to live, you know? So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you again so much for watching. If you would love to hit that subscribe button, it's just down below. I've got my social media linked below if you want to follow me on Instagram or join my private coaching Facebook group. That would be amazing. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye for now.